square and not racked. It's oftentimes, especially on raised foundations or in second-level condominiums, we have a lot of earthquakes here. So the houses shift and they move. And the framing on a door can give you a clue that there may be some structural problems with the house.
Now, since we do have a lot of older homes, especially in Monrovia, Arcadia, Sierra Madre, what is kind of, you know, what would you say would be something not to really worry about that's just an older house that's settled?
Well, I'm not a structural engineer. However, one of the things that is pretty common and typical is that you do have some movement. Sometimes things really aren't that square. You'll have a lot of cracks and things like that. It's really, a trained eye is what you need to look at it. But usually if you're concerned, you would just want to call a home inspector to come out or a structural engineer, somebody to look at it. It usually is pretty severe by the time. If you feel uncomfortable with it, then something's probably wrong.
And is that when you said something about a constructural engineer? Is that when you'd have someone else come out to another level for an inspection?
Right, right. That would be the next step.
Okay, great.
Sure.
So let's move into the kitchen and see what's going on in there.
This is Chris. He's one of our inspectors. He's checking all the cabinetry, the counters, the appliances. He's turning everything on. He's running a lot of water. He wants to make sure that we don't have any water damage anywhere in the house. So underneath the kitchen sink is a really high or prone area for water damage. So he'll take pictures of that. One of the unique things that he found here in the kitchen was that the microwave is installed too low. Counter saver microwave should be installed 24 inches above the stove cooktop. And in this particular case, it's only 13.5 inches. So
what should it be? If it's 13.5 inches, is there a legal amount that it should be?
You know, it does vary depending on what manufacturer's installation specifications are. However, it's typically 24 inches. If it's a gas stove cooktop, then, you know, it's critical. If it's an electric stove cooktop, probably not so much, but you can't really put big pots and pans on top of it because there's not a lot of room.
Great, great. Well, so that's for inspections in the kitchen. We've got a lot of electrical appliances and a lot of water and a lot of things that could go wrong and could be expensive. So you do need to take pictures and have inspection on all of that, right?
Yes.
Now, for anybody who is ready to hire an inspector or they're going to be buying a home, this is your report, right?
Right.
So at the end of taking all these pictures and going through a home, this is what you hand to a client.
Exactly.
So what do you have in here?
Well, this is our report. Our company basically does the inspection, then we give a verbal review at the end of the inspection. We'll walk through all the areas where there are concerns. Okay. So it's important to have everything in writing with all the pictures that we're taking. So we'll publish the report and we'll send that to the client, usually within the next day. However, we also publish the report online. So our reports are always available, and many inspectors, it's the same. Make the reports available on a website, usually in the evening.
Okay, great. So this is something that when you do hire your inspector, usually it's good to know that you can get a 24-hour turnaround and that you can have it online, or you can have a hard copy just like this, where you're going to have everything written out. And I see you have everything even tabbed here, so you are very organized.
Yes,
I like that. That's very, very good. Now, I do have, fortunately, we're coming to the end of our show. There's always so much more that I want to ask and show, but we are limited. Online, on our page, Your Key to Real Estate, which is on Facebook, we have a couple of people that did write in to ask you questions, so I want to make sure we have time to get to that. And we have Tammy from Glendora wrote in, when hiring an inspector, what do I need to look for? Are there licenses or insurances I should ask?
Excellent question. When looking to hire an inspector, you should qualify them, just like any other contractor. And you should ask them, are they a member of some standards-based association? In California, the California Real Estate Inspection Association is the benchmark, and they're recognized by the state of California as the standard of care. They're also known as CREA. so which is CREIA. And if an inspector is a certified member of CREA, they're pretty good. And the second thing you should ask for is, are they insured? And those are the two things, and obviously experience.
Now, do you ask to see these things? I mean, do you ask to see their insurance papers, and do you ask to see all of that, or?
No, most of the time it kind of sends up a red flag for an inspector. Somebody wants to see their insurance, but you can ask just to verify that they do have it.
I see. Okay.
Yes.
I got it. All right.
But their certification, you can ask to see that.
Okay.
Definitely.
And we have time for one more. Let's see. Stephen from Monrovia wrote in, should I be there for the inspection?
Most definitely. All home buyers or sellers or just whoever wants a home inspection should try to attend the inspection. We strongly encourage it. It's not, I mean, you don't have to be there if you can't, but we ask that the client always attend.
Yeah, that's always a very good idea. As a realtor, I always ask for the home buyer to be there, and I'm always there with my home buyer and the inspector. So that's always very good. One last thing, I do want to remind you all that you can go to our Facebook page, Your Key to Real Estate, and just at the top of the search engine there, just type in Your Key to Real Estate and then hit the like button, and you can contact Duane Morrison at Morrison Inspection and ask him any other questions that you might have. Or go ahead and just contact us on the Facebook page and see who's going to be live on our next show. So again, Duane, thank you so much.
Thank you.
It was wonderful having you as a guest on our show, and hopefully we'll have you come back again.
Great.
And to all of our viewers, thank you so much for joining us. Until next time, take care of yourself, and we'll see you soon. Thank you.